This video will help you to understand elasticity of demand. What is elasticity of demand? It refers to the percentage or proportionate change in demand for a commodity with respect to percentage or proportionate change in any of the quantifiable determinants of demand. What are the quantifiable determinants of demand? Price of the given good, price of the related goods such as complementary or substitute goods, and income of the consumer. So elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded or proportionate change in quantity demanded divided by percentage or proportionate change in any of the quantifying determinant of demand. What are the quantifiable determinant? These are the price of the given good, one, price of the related good, and income of the consumer. Elasticity of demand is different from law of demand. Elasticity of demand is a quantitative statement, whereas law of demand is qualitative statement. Why it is quantitative? Because it measures. It provides that for a certain percentage change in price, what will be the percentage change in quantity demanded? Whereas the law of demand shows that the price and quantity demanded inversely related. Dimensions of elasticity of demand. There are three types of elasticity of demand. Number one, price elasticity of demand. It refers to the measure of the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded for a commodity to a change in its price. Or we can define in another way, it refers to the percentage or proportionate change in demand for a commodity divided by the proportionate or percentage change in price of the given commodity. What is next is cross price elasticity of demand. It refers to the percentage or proportionate change in quantity demanded for a commodity divided by the percentage or proportionate change in price of a related commodity, either substitute or complement. In case of substitute, the cross price elasticity is positive, and in case of complementary good, the cross price elasticity is negative. Income elasticity of demand. It refers to the percentage or proportionate change in quantity demanded for a commodity divided by the percentage or proportionate change in income of the consumer. Now all the definitions of these three dimensions of elasticity of demand are same. Only the difference is what? In the first case you'll find due to change in price of the given commodity, and in the second case of a related commodity, and this related can be substitute or complementary. Income elasticity, only the change is here, change in income of the consumer. Now let us see the degrees of price elasticity of demand. Before we explain the degrees, let us set a formula. Suppose elasticity of demand E is equal to X by Y. Now X is what? X is the percentage change in quantity demanded, and Y is the percentage change in price. Now if I ask you for different relationship between X and Y, the value of E, that is elasticity of demand, will be different. This formula will apply to know the different degrees of price elasticity of demand. Now the first, elastic or highly elastic demand, and its value is EP greater than 1. Now set this one, when E will be greater than 1, or what relationship between X and Y, the result will be greater than 1. When X is greater than Y. So when X is greater than Y, that means when percentage change in quantity demanded, X is the percentage change in quantity demanded, greater than percentage change in price. We have got the definition of elastic demand. When the percentage or proportionate change in quantity demanded is greater than the percentage or proportionate change in price, then the demand for a commodity is said to be elastic, and its value will be greater than 1. For example, we can easily set example, 50% fall in the price of a commodity causes 100% rise in its quantity demanded. Obviously, EP is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded 100 divided by percentage change in price is 50. So the result is 2. 2 is greater than 1, that's why it is elastic. Let us take the same example in the schedule form. Price of good X is given 10 and 5. So what is the percentage decrease? 50%. How to calculate percentage change? That is change by original into 100. Change is 5 by 10 into 100. 5 by 10, 1 by 2 into 100 means 50%. So this is 50% fall in the price. Now quantity demanded, it increases from 10 to 20. 10 becomes 20 means 100% rise. How to get it? Change is 20 minus 10 is 10 divided by original, 10 by 10 into 100 is equal to 100%. So in the percentage method, easily we can calculate this is 100 by 50 is equal to 2, which is greater than 1. Now let us see it in the proportionate method. Proportionate method will explain this formula. Proportionate method is what? Change in demand divided by change in price multiplied by original price divided by original demand. This negative sign, it indicates that price elasticity of demand is negative because they have inverse relationship. Now change in demand is 20 minus 10, 10. Change in price is 10 minus 5, 5. Okay. And original demand, original price is 10. So 10. And original quantity is 10. The result is 2, which is greater than 1. So this is elastic. In case of elastic demand curve, the demand curve will be flatter. This flatter. It will go away from the origin. How to understand this is elastic? Let us take, this is the price. Now the price decreased by this amount. Now see, for this amount of decrease in price, quantity demanded increase. This much greater than this. So the flatter demand curve will show that is certain percentage change in price will cause greater percentage increase in its quantity demanded. So the curve will be flat. In the similar way, now the unitary elastic. In case of unitary elastic, the elasticity is equal to 1. Now again put for what value of x and y, or what relationship between x and y, E will be equal to 1 when x is equal to y. That means if x is 50%, y is 50%, then E is equal to, that is elasticity is equal to 1. When the percentage or proportionate change in the quantity demanded is equal to the percentage or proportionate change in its price. For example, 50% fall in the price of a good causes 50% rise in its quantity demanded. So EP is equal to 50% by 50% is equal to 1. That is unit elastic. Let us consider this example through a schedule. Price of X good 10 and it decreased to 5. That means 50% fall. Quantity demanded from 10 it rises to 15. That is also 50%. How to get it? Again, change by original into 100. 5, 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. 5 by 10 original, 10 into 100. 5 by 10 into 100 is equal to 50%. So it is unit elastic. Now EP, if we consider it in the proportionate method, then delta D is how much? 5. Okay. Delta P 10 minus 5, 5. Original P 5, 10, and original D quantity demanded original is 10 units. So 5 by 5 into 10 by 10 is equal to 1 unit elastic. In case of unit elastic, the demand curve will be rectangular hyperbola. It means that any rectangle drawn on the curve from any point on the curve, any rectangle, all the rectangles drawn from the demand curve will have same area. That means if this side demand and price will change the same percentage. That is the rectangle. That is rectangular hyperbola. Every rectangle drawn on this will have the equal area. Unit elastic demand curve is rectangular hyperbola. Next is inelastic demand. Value EP is less than 1. Now again, let us ask the question, for what kind of relationship between X and Y? X and Y means percentage change in quantity demanded X and percentage change in price is Y. The result will be less than 1. When Y is greater than X, or when X is less than Y. Now the definition will be like this: when the percentage of proportionate change in the quantity demanded is less than the percentage of proportionate change in price. For example, 50% fall in the price of a good causes 25% rise in its quantity demanded. So EP is equal to 25% divided by 50%. That is half, or 0.05, 0.5, which is less than 1, means inelastic. Let us consider this schedule, demand schedule. Price decrease 50%. Quantity demanded from 20 to 25 is the 25%. So 25% by 50% is equal to 1 by 2, means 0.5, which is less than 1. Proportionate method. EP is equal to minus, this minus sign told, it shows the inverse relationship between change in the price and the quantity demanded. So delta D is 25 minus 25. Delta P 10 minus 5, 5. Original price 10 and original quantity 20. The result will be 1 by 2, 0.5 is less than 1 or inelastic. What will be the shape of demand curve for inelastic demand? The inelastic demand curve will be steeper. What is the meaning of the steeper demand curve? Let us consider. Percentage change in price will be more and the percentage change in demand will be less. Now this, for this much change in price, quantity demanded changes this one. So this is the change in price. If we consider the price fall by this, demand increases, which is less than percentage change in. So the demand curve is steeper. Perfectly elastic or completely elastic. This is the imaginary situation where, again, if we ask the question for what kind of relationship between x and y, E, that is elasticity of demand, will be infinity. When y is 0. Let us consider at a, when the demand becomes 0 with a slight rise in the price of a commodity, or when the demand is infinity at a given price, or when any amount of a commodity demanded at a given price. See the price at a given price is constant 10, quantity demanded 10 to 1000 units. EP is equal to, formula is change in demand divided by change in price into original price divided by original demand. What is the change in demand? Change in demand is 990. 1000 minus 10, 990. And change in price, 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. Original price was 10 and the quantity demanded 10. So what is 9900 divided by 0 is equal to infinity. This is called perfectly elastic demand. The shape of perfectly elastic demand curve is horizontal line parallel to quantity axis, that is x-axis. Perfectly elastic demand curve will be the horizontal line parallel to x-axis. That means at a given price, demand can be here, demand can be here, and a small rise in price, slightly rise in price, the demand will be 0. Perfectly inelastic, EP is equal to 0. When x is 0, for any value of y, the result will be 0. How to define? When there is no change in quantity demanded of a good with the change in its price. Means price changes but quantity demanded does not change. When the price of a good increases or decreases, there is no change in quantity demanded of that good. Say 50% fall in the price of a good, quantity demanded remain unchanged. 10 to 5, 50%. Quantity demanded at 10 rupees 10 units, at 5 rupees also 10 units. So there is no change in demand. Delta D is 0. Delta P is 5, original price is 10 and original quantity is 10. 0 by 5 into 10 by 10. The result is 0 by 50 is equal to 0, perfectly inelastic. In case of perfectly inelastic, demand curve will be vertically parallel to y-axis, that is price axis. Now here the price changes, but demand remain same. Demand is this much. Now methods for measuring price elasticity of demand. First method is percentage or proportionate method. According to this method, elasticity of demand is measured as the ratio of percentage change in the quantity demanded to percentage change in the price of the given commodity. Or you can write this one, percentage or proportionate change in quantity demanded to percentage or proportionate change in price of the commodity. So EP or ED is equal to minus, again we know that this minus sign indicates that the price and quantity demanded inversely related. So percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. How to calculate percentage change in quantity demanded? Percentage change in quantity demanded is equal to change in quantity demanded, that is delta D, divided by original demand D into 100. And percentage change in price is equal to change in price delta P divided by original price P, original price P into 100. So now if we take the abbreviated term, EP is equal to minus delta D by delta P into P by D. 100 cancel, delta D by delta D by D whole divided by delta P by P. So the result is coming delta D by delta P into P by D. Regarding negative signs, what? Since price and quantity move in opposite directions, elasticity of demand will always be negative. What elasticity of demand? Price elasticity of demand. But for the sake of convenience, the minus sign is customarily dropped in using elasticity measure. But when we will get in formula, we'll write the negative sign, but when we put the values, then we'll drop the negative sign. So the result, if it comes 2, 2 means minus 2. If it comes 1, 1 means minus 1. Next is the geometrical method for or point elasticity of demand. There are two types of demand curve we calculate by geometrical method. In case when the demand curve is a straight line, elasticity of demand at any point of a straight line demand curve is equal to lower segment of the demand curve divided by upper segment of the demand curve. The point at which we will calculate lower part of the demand curve, we'll measure the lower part of the demand curve, and then we'll measure the upper part of the demand curve from that point, and when we'll divide lower part by upper part, the result will be elasticity of demand. So how to get, let us consider AE is the straight line demand curve, C is the midpoint on it, B is the midpoint in between A and C, and D is the midpoint of C and E. Now at these 5 points we have to measure the price elasticity of demand. We know that elasticity of demand at any point is equal to lower part by upper part. So let us consider at point C. C is the midpoint we have said, so let us consider from the beginning at point A. A point lower part is AE and upper part is A. So upper part A means there is no change, 0, and lower part the change is, that is the lower segment is, if we consider this curve is of 16 centimeter, then the lower part is 16 centimeter and upper part is 0. This is the point. So the result will be anything divided by 0, the result is infinity. So since a is equal to 0, so it is perfectly elastic demand at point A. Now consider point B. If we take every segment is 4, A to B 4, B to C 4, C to D 4 and D to E 4. Then at point B, elasticity of demand is B to E means 12. 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12. So 12 divided by BA means 4. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. 3 is greater than 1, so it is elastic. How to get it? EP at point B is equal to BE by BA. Since B is greater than BA, 12 is greater than 4. So it is elastic. Now let us consider EP at point C. C is the midpoint. So CE is equal to 8 and CA is equal to 8. So 8 by 8 is equal to 1. Since C is equal to CA, because this is the midpoint, so C is equal to CA. Therefore, elasticity at point C will be 1 unit elastic. At point D now, D point, DE divided by DA. DE is 4 and DA is 12. So 4 by 12 is equal to less than 1. 4 by 12 means 1 by 3 or 0.33, which is less than 1, or we can say that DE is less than DA. Therefore, it is inelastic. This is inelastic. Now at point E, E point, lower part is E and E is equal to 0 and upper part is EA. EA is 16. So 0 by 16, the result is 0 or perfectly inelastic or completely inelastic. In this way, we can measure the elasticity of demand by point method of a straight line demand curve. Now, if when the demand curve is non-linear, means real demand curve is convection, then draw a tangent at the point at which EP is to be measured. Let us take this is the DD is the demand curve, and at this point we need to measure elasticity of demand. Point C. From point C, we have to construct one tangent. AB is the tangent. Now, the elasticity will be lower part of the tangent divided by upper part of the tangent. So, CB by CA will be the elasticity of demand at point C of DD demand curve. Simply we will draw a tangent and then we can calculate the price elasticity of demand by point method or geometric method. Next is total expenditure method. It is also known as outlay method. Elasticity of demand is measured by comparing total expenditure on the commodity before and after the prices undergo change. So it shows the relationship between change in price and change in total expenditure. Total expenditure method, there are three types of elasticity. Elastic demand, that is greater than 1 when change in price and total expenditure inversely related. Means if the price increases, total expenditure will fall, or if the price decrease, total expenditure will rise. In such a case, the elasticity of the commodity will be greater than 1. Unitary elastic demand, when change in price does not cause any change in its total expenditure. Price increase or decrease, but total expenditure remain same. In such a case, the elasticity of demand will be unit elastic. Inelastic demand, when change in price and total expenditure directly related. Means if the price rises, total expenditure also rises. If the price falls, total expenditure also falls. Let us see this table. Price is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the price rising from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. Quantity demanded is given. It is not needed here also, but quantity demanded is given to show the schedule follows the law of demand. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How to calculate total expenditure? Total expenditure is equal to price multiplied by the quantity demanded. So total expenditure will be px into dx. 6 into 1 6, 5 into 2 10, 4 into 3 12. Like this we have calculated the total expenditure. Now see, when the price rises, total expenditure rises. Then what kind of relationship we find? Direct relationship. In case of direct relationship, we know when they are directly related, this is elasticity is less than 1. Again 2 to 3, total expenditure 10 to 12 rises. This is also inelastic. Only just showing the relationship we can comment on the elasticity of demand. Now 3 to 4, price rises, but total expenditure remains constant, 12 to 12. So when there is change in price but total expenditure does not change, this one, total expenditure does not cause any change, then elasticity is unit elasticity. The EP is equal to 1. Now again price 4 to 5, total expenditure 12 to 10 decreases. So inverse relationship. Then in case of inverse relationship, elasticity will be greater than 1. So in this case, elasticity is greater than 1. Again the price 5 to 6, total expenditure decreases 10 to 6. We can explain it in the reverse order. When the price decreases from 6 to 5, total expenditure increases 6 to 10. Again we get what? Inverse relationship. 4 to 3, if we consider 4 to 3, price decreases, total expenditure remain constant. This is also what? Unit elastic. If we draw this one, price in y-axis and total expenditure in x-axis, we'll get a curve representing the elasticity of demand. So if we draw this one, we'll get point D, 1 point, point C, point A, and point B. We'll join all these points and we'll get this kind of curve. This is total expenditure curve. What we'll get here? This portion of the total expenditure curve represent elasticity greater than 1. Why? Because when price decreases, total expenditure rises. Or when price rises, total expenditure decreases. Means inverse relationship, downward sloping. Then this portion of the curve represents elastic. CB portion of this curve represent EP is equal to 1, because price increase or decrease, total expenditure remains constant. AB portion of the curve represents price and total expenditure directly related. Price rises, total expenditure also rises. So this portion is inelastic demand. These are some questions from this topic. You will work out. It will help you to understand. Especially you will work out all this numerical from the elasticity. Thank you.